If you ever hear footsteps behind you, don't turn around. The moment you do, they'll start following for real. I grew up in a quiet valley town. We had mountains, woods, and long, empty roads that felt peaceful in the day and wrong in the night. Everyone knew the same rule: never follow footsteps that don't belong to anyone. Because here, footsteps could appear out of nowhere, fresh, deep in the dirt, yet no person, no animal, not even wind was around to make them. I always thought it was one of those hometown folklore warnings meant to scare kids, until the night it came for me. I was on my way home from a late shift. It was cold, the kind that gets inside your bones. The road was empty, except for the sound of my shoes crunching gravel. Then, another set of footsteps. Not behind me, not beside me, ahead. Right in the middle of the road, perfectly formed footprints appeared, one after another, pressing into the dirt as if someone invisible was walking. My breath stopped. They were heading straight toward the woods, and I knew I should have kept walking. I knew the stories. I knew the rule. But curiosity is a stupid, hungry thing. I stepped closer. The footprints were deep, like whoever made them weighed twice as much as a normal person. But the shape wasn't quite human. The toes were longer, stretched forward, and the heel was narrower. Still, they looked like they came from something alive. My heart was hammering, but inside me something whispered, "Follow them." Just a little, just to see. So I did. The footsteps led toward the trees, disappearing into the brush. I stood at the edge of the forest. It was quiet, too quiet. Even the usual bugs and owls were gone. I lifted my foot and stepped onto the first footprint. The entire forest exhaled. Not wind, not a breeze. It felt like the trees themselves breathed out around me. I took another step. Then I heard it. Footsteps behind me. Slow, heavy, matching my pace. I froze. I didn't want to turn around. Something inside me screamed not to, but the sound inched closer. One step at a time. So I whispered, shaking, terrified, "Who's there?" No answer. Only the footsteps. Then a soft whisper brushed my left ear. "Don't stop now." I spun around. No one was there. But the footprints behind me, my own footprints, were gone. The dirt was smooth, clean, untouched, like I hadn't walked there at all. I wanted to run, but something strange happened. Ahead of me, the invisible footsteps started moving again, faster, like they were urging me forward, deeper into the woods. I didn't want to follow them, but staying still felt worse, like something was inching closer behind me. So I kept walking. Every few seconds, I would hear leaves cracking behind me. Sometimes on my left, sometimes right behind my shoulder. It never stayed in one place. Whatever it was circling me, watching me. The footprints ahead finally led me to a clearing. In the center was an old, broken-down well, the kind people used to throw coins into decades ago. The footsteps stopped right at the edge, then disappeared. I approached the well slowly. When I looked down, I expected darkness, but instead, I saw something impossible. At the bottom was me, my reflection, standing upright, looking back up. No water, no shine, no explanation. Just my face, staring back, eyes too wide, smile too big, like it was waiting for me to lean in. Back in panic, falling into the dirt, and the footsteps behind me finally stopped. A warm breath hit the back of my neck. Not human. Too close. Too slow. Then a voice, deep, wrong, mimicked my own tone perfectly. Why did you follow? I couldn't speak. I couldn't move. The trees around me began to creak, like something heavy was leaning on them, pushing through them. Branches snapped, one after another, like bones breaking. Then the footsteps started circling me again, faster, louder, racing around me in a circle so fast the ground began to tremble. I screamed and ran. Branches whipped my face. Bushes clawed at my clothes, but I didn't stop. Behind me, the footsteps chased, long strides, gaining on me, too fast to be human. I could hear it breathing, deep, guttural, right at my heels. I burst out of the woods, sprinting down the road. I didn't look back. I didn't want to see what was chasing me. I didn't stop running until I reached my house. But when I got to the front door, there were footprints waiting for me, fresh, leading right up to the door. My breath shook as I reached for the handle. Inside, it was quiet. Too quiet. I stepped in carefully. Every light was off. The whole house felt frozen. Then I saw them. Footprints. Dozens of them, all over my living room, leading down the hallway toward my bedroom. Something inside me broke. I couldn't take another step, but the footprints weren't done. A single new one formed slowly, right in front of me. Then another, and another, leading toward me. I backed away, nearly tripping. The prints kept forming, like invisible feet were stomping closer, eager. I made the mistake of looking down. They weren't human anymore. The toes stretched, the arches twisted, shape warped like something halfway between a person and something older, hungrier. The last footprint stopped inches from mine. Then the whisper came again, not from behind me, not from the hall, from right in front of my face. Now, they're yours. The lights flicked out. Everything went black. And the footsteps finally stopped. People ask me now why I never leave the house at night anymore, why I sleep with all the lights on, why I won't step into the woods ever again. But the truth? I hear footsteps in my hallway every night. Slow, patient, waiting, not moving unless I do. Because once you follow footsteps that belong to no one, they start following you. Forever. You've been watching The Digital Nightmare. If you're still here, you're brave enough to answer this. What would you do if footsteps started following you inside your home? Tell me in the comments. And remember, subscribe before your screen goes dark.